Hey guys, here I am doing my first vlog. I hope you've all been reading the blogs that I've been writing every day. Definitely check those out. Get more details about how things are going, but wanted to give you a quick update. I'm now in day 8 of the trip and it's going pretty well. Got a group of 30 with us, 10 guys, 20 girls. 4 of them are leaders. And yeah, really good group of people. Hopefully you'll meet some of them through these videos. We'll see as time goes on, but definitely getting very close to several of them. So yeah, I'm just going to give you a quick day by day of how things have been going and sort of how the trip works. So it's super windy out here. Gonna wait for it to die down a little. So yeah, our first 2 days were orientation. So we all met up in New Haven, well actually in West Haven, Connecticut technically, and we did a lot of different presentations about safety and about biking build procedures, and did some activities to get to know each other, threw a lot of frisbee, and yeah, had a good time sort of getting geared up to ride cross country. And on the second day of orientation, we did a shakedown ride. So we just did a 30-mile circuit, basically, through New Haven to begin to have a chance to begin to practice a lot of the safety things that we were talking about, protocols for calling out obstructions in the road, and how to move as a unit when you ride in a group. We always ride in groups of no smaller than 2 and no bigger than 6. So when you're up in the 5-6 range, it can be tough to make sure you communicate things all the way down the line and move accordingly. So yeah, that was great. And then so 2 days of orientation. The following day, we actually had our first build day in New Haven. We worked with the Neighborhood Housing Services, who's the name of the organization. And they had recently received a grant to create something called an urban oasis. So they just wanted to restore a pristine nature within the center of New Haven. So we did a lot of trash cleanup around a pond. It was quite disgusting when we arrived, and much better, amazingly better by the time we left, but still a lot of work to be done there. But it was really great to be a part of that and sort of talk to some of the other volunteers and that sort of thing. It was very valuable. So we had our first ride day. We rode to Danbury, Connecticut. I was designated sweep that day. So every day there are 2 riders as sweep, and they are always the last 2 riders in the group, so that we know when everyone has arrived somewhere, and they're given a med kit and some spare tires and that sort of thing, so that they can help anyone who gets stuck on the road. So I was sweep with the other Daniel on the trip, and it was a great time. He's a really cool guy. It was great to get to know him. And yeah, we just sort of enjoyed the day. And then another job, just sort of as a bike and build information sort of thing, is safety navigator. So there's one of the leaders drives the van every day, and then one of us rides with them in the van about 2 or 3 times during the summer. So I'll be doing that at some point, I think within the next couple of days. So yeah, then the following day after we arrived in Danbury, we did more service in Danbury. Worked with a local Habitat for Humanity affiliate. Our group actually split into between 2 organizations, and I went to work with Habitat and spent a lot of time in a crawl space sweeping out dust, and it was honestly a lot of fun. Loved doing it, and there was lots of dancing happening on the build site and that sort of thing. So really energetic crew, which has been really good. Then after that, the day after that, we rode down to Middletown, New York, and then we rode to, well, first you should know the ride to Middletown was quite hectic. Not remembering whether it was the ride to Middletown or the ride to Stroudsburg. Nope, it was the ride to Middletown. So it was quite hectic. It was supposed to be like a 65-mile day, ended up being an 80-mile day. A lot of miscues on the directions that we were given, and made for a very interesting time. I have some pretty crazy stories from that trip. It was a crazy ride, but a whole lot of fun in the end. And then from Middletown, following day we rode to Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, and then we rode to Schuylkill Haven, Pennsylvania, and today we just arrived here in Harrisburg. The last few riding days have been really solid. Been able to ride with a lot of different people, which has been good. We had a really big mountain today that we climbed, and the ride down hit like 50 miles an hour coming down the other side. So you can imagine how much we had to climb to pick up that amount of speed. The Pennsylvania countryside has been very beautiful. We have definitely ridden in some thunderstorms, which is always super intense. And then the evenings have sort of looked like a few different things. Just about every night we give a presentation to our hosts, and also the hosts, I suppose you should know about. So most of the times we stay in churches. They open the doors to us, and they also feed us, and they are always so very kind and giving and gracious, and express so much gratitude for us for doing what we're doing, which is always surprising. Which is surprising for me because we feel so grateful to them for giving us a place to sleep and food. But they feel that the honor is theirs, and show a lot of love to us, which is really cool. And then once we sort of eat dinner and give the presentation, some time to chill, spend a lot of time with my fellow riders, just getting to know them, going out and seeing what the towns are like that we're in and that sort of thing. Also been writing a lot of poetry. There's a small crew of us that have been trying to write a poem every day, which has been super fun, and to hear some of the poetry that people have written is always a good time. So that's the trip thus far. Things have been really good. Definitely keep up with the blog and check out the photos I've been posting and that sort of thing. And talk to you guys later.